Hello, everyone. It's time for Math Story Time with me, Mrs. C. Today's story is titled Fractions, Decimals, and Percents. It was written by David A. Adler and illustrated by Edward Miller. Let's read. It says, County Fair today. Fractions are parts of things. Decimals and percents are parts of things too. You can find fractions, decimals, and percents at a fair. Cotton candy might cost 89 cents. 89 cents are part, a fraction of $1. There are 100 cents in $1. 89 cents are 89 100ths of $1. You might see it written like this, 89 over 100. Here's 89 cents, that's the cent symbol. You could also write 89 cents like this. You could use a dollar sign with a zero and then a decimal point. That's the cost of the cotton candy written as a decimal. The period or dot before the 8 is a decimal point. 0.89 is the same as 89 100ths. You could write the cost of the cotton candy using the percent symbol. That's this symbol down here. The cotton candy does not cost one whole dollar. If it did, you would say it cost 100% of a dollar. But it costs less than that. It costs 89% of a dollar. 89 100ths, 0.89, and 89% are different ways of writing the same thing. U.S. coins will help you understand fractions, decimals, and percents. How much money is in the box? Can you see the coins? Did you count 41 cents? You could write that as 41 100ths, so just like this. You could write that as the dollar symbol and then 0.41. Or you could write it as 41% of a dollar. He says, step right up, tickets are 41 cents. There's that cent symbol again. All right, now count the money in this box. Did you count 53 cents? You could write that as 53 100ths of a dollar, or you could use the dollar sign with a decimal point. Or you could write 53% of $1. All right, here's another box. Now count the money in this box. What fraction of a dollar is in the box? How would you write that as a decimal? How would you write that as the percent of a dollar? So if I count, I see 1, 2, 3 nickels, right? So 5, 10, 15, and 2 pennies. So that's 16, 17. So I could write that with 17 100ths. I could put the 17 behind my decimal point right here for 17 cents, or I could write 17 in front of a percent symbol. It's 17% of a dollar. The coins in each box were a fraction of a dollar. Now take a look at these fractions. 41 100ths, 53 100ths, 17 100ths. The bottom number is the denominator. It tells you how many cents there are in one whole dollar. The top numbers, these are the numerators, tells you what part of a dollar or how many cents you have. Everyone's a winner. Frisbee toss. Now look around the fair. You'll see lots of decimals. A champion lamb might cost $999.99. That's only 1 penny less than $1,000. 999.99 is a decimal. With decimals, there is no bottom or top number, no denominator or numerator. Each of the nines in 999.99 means something different. What matters is on which side of the decimal point the digit 9 is written and how close it is to the decimal point. 900, which is like this pig's cost, 90, and 9 are not the same. .90 and .09 are not the same. When you see it written like this, 900 is 9 hundredths. 90 is 9 tenths. 9 is 9 ones. 90, that's .90, is 9 tenths or 9 over 10. And .09 is 9 hundredths or 9 over 100. Raffle, try your luck. $1 for a chance. Win a trip to the big city worth $735.46. Take a look at this diagram. It will help you understand how the value of a digit is different when it's on the right or left side of the decimal point and how close it is to the decimal point. The 7 right here means 7 hundredths or 700. The 3 means 3 tens or 30. The 5 means 5 ones or 5. The 4 over here on the other side of the decimal point means 4 tenths or 4 over 10. The 6 means 6 hundredths or 6 over 100. Percent means out of 100. 40% means the same as 40 hundredths. It's the same as 0.40. People often use percent when they talk about parts or prices. 40% off the price of a toy means it costs 40% less than 100% of the regular price. 40% less than 100% is 60%. Instead of $1, the toy would only cost 60 cents. Sale, 40% off. You probably see signs like this when you're out shopping a lot. How do you change from a fraction to a decimal or a percent? It's easy when the denominator, the bottom number of the fraction, is 100. 41 100ths or 41 over 100 is the same as 0.41 and 41%. Tic-tac-toe, they're all the same. 53 over 100 is the same as 0.53 and 53%. Tic-tac-toe, they're all the same too. But what about 1/2, 3/4, and 4/5? Those fractions don't have 100 on the bottom. To change each of these fractions to a decimal or percent, you must divide. First, you change the numerator into a decimal. So a 1 becomes 1.00. A 3 becomes 3.00, and a 4 becomes 4.00. We took the numerators on top. Then you divide the numerator by the denominator. So you have to divide the top number by the bottom number. 1/2 is the same as 0.50 and 50%. 3/4 is the same as 0.75 and 75%. 4/5 is the same as 0.80 and 80%. Fractions, decimals, and percents can be used to say something is less than 1. But there are times people mostly use fractions, times people mostly use decimals, and times people mostly use percents. Pie eating contest. I ate 4.5 pies. If the man at the pie eating contest ate 4 full pies and half of a 5th pie, he would probably use a fraction. He probably wouldn't use a decimal like this. He would probably say, I ate 4 1/2 or 4 1/2 pies. He probably would not say, I ate 4.5 pies, but he could. He probably would not say, I ate 4 pies and 50% of a 5th pie, but he could. They all mean the same thing. Let's play baseball at the arcade. You hit the ball 3 times out of 10 tries. If someone asks, what's your batting average? You would probably answer that question with a decimal. You would say, I batted .300. You win a prize. Look around at the fair. Each time you see a fraction, see if you can change it into an equivalent decimal and percent. Each time you see a decimal, see if you can change it to an equivalent fraction and percent. Each time you see a percent, see if you can change it to an equivalent fraction and decimal. There's a matching game down here where you could match them all up too. Spin! It's a spin wheel. Look around you when you go shopping. You see fractions, decimals, and percents in shopping malls. You see fractions, decimals, and percents in sports stadiums and newspapers. Fractions, decimals, and percents are everywhere. I hope you enjoyed our story today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.